Hi, I'm Todd from Sniping Rhino Ranch. Today's video is not going to be like pretty much any video you can expect to see from Sniping Rhino Ranch. But it's something that's been heavy on my heart. And we're going to talk about abortion. More importantly, what can church leaders, political leaders, us as individuals do to end this Holocaust that is occurring here in the United States. I'm releasing this video on 5 June for a very specific reason. 30 years ago, in 1989, on 5 June, an event happened where an individual in Tiananmen Square walked out and stood in front of a bunch of Chinese tanks. Nobody knows who he is, nobody knows what happened to him, but I had just finished my freshman year in high school, and I remember watching this man on the news walk up to a tank. And it inspired me. It's inspired me my whole life. For 30 years, that man has inspired me. I don't even know his name. The world doesn't know his name. I also don't know what happened to him. But this being 5 June, I decided to release this video on this day. You see, while it's peaceful out here on my porch, my heart is not peaceful. Because I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe that a fetus is not just a bunch of cells, that it is a human being, that there is life there. And I know some of you people watching this video believe that too. But I want to challenge you to something. I want to ask you a question. Do you truly believe that? Because think of it like this. If you believe that an unborn baby is life, do you think of it the same as if people were going door to door killing children here in this country? You can look up what the numbers for abortion is, and you can figure out how many abortions occurred just while I was filming this video. But if you really believe it is life, then it's no different than if this country right now was having people go door to door killing little children. And if it was really like that, would you just sit and do nothing? Would you talk about, well, the laws need to change, or we need to do this, we need to do that? And I want to be very clear. I do not believe violence. I do not believe in violence as the answer. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe in love. And people who want to take violent actions, we should condemn them, because that is never justified. But I will say this. I don't have a big influence. We just went over 100 people on our YouTube channel. It's a big deal for us, but that's nothing in the big scheme of things. But there are people who may watch this video who do have a sphere of influence that is big. And so I want to talk to you. The church leaders, the political leaders. This needs to stop. History will judge us. No different than we look at slave owners early in the history of this country, how we look at the Holocaust and what the Nazis did in Nazi Germany during World War II. We're no different. And to sit here and say, well, this is what the law says, this is what the Supreme Court says, it's not good enough. When you look at the civil rights movement, whether here in the United States, whether ending apartheid in South Africa, they took action. And so I want to ask you, Mr. Church leader, pastor, it's time to take action. This country, especially this year, the abortion issue has really come up, with certain states enacting huge laws for abortion that open up abortion well beyond what we thought could ever happen. And some states have made laws that make abortion next to impossible to get. But this is our time. This is our generation's time to not be judged by history as sitting by the wayside. And so this is what I think we should do. We need to go to our state legislatures and demand they outlaw abortion, the taking of human life. If they don't, then we need to be just like this tank man in Tenement Square 30 years ago, and we need to just go out and sit down. Can you imagine if the church in this country, if pro-life individual in this country had one day and 1 hour when everybody went outside, wherever they're at, not in Washington, D.C., wherever they're at, just walked down and sat down. Whether that be sitting down in the road, whether that be sitting on a sidewalk, whether that be sitting in front of our state capitol buildings, our city halls, whatever. We just sat down where we are for 1 hour and demanded that abortion end. And when they do pass the laws, and this is for our political ears, when the courts overrule it and say it's not constitutional, that's not good enough. Slavery was constitutional. Slavery was said to be okay. But just because the court said it was okay didn't make it okay. It was still evil. It still needed to end. And this needs to end. And we need to demand that abortion ends. And so if you're watching this, if you are someone with influence, share this video. Take the lead. I'm a nobody, but somebody watching this is somebody and can rally the churches in their community, can be that person that will go down in history as starting the movement, the sit-down movement that says enough is enough. Life is important enough to take action. And if it's not important enough to take action, then you need to rethink about what your stance is. Because I believe that an unborn baby is a human life. And if I would never stand for it, if they were going door to door, taking out children because of the inconvenience of it, if I wouldn't stand for it should I stand for it now? Not here, not in my watch. I turned 45 this month. And you know what? For 45 years I haven't done anything. The time is now. So please, somebody with influence, take charge of this. Take charge of this movement. Let's sit down. Let's shut this country down. We'll do it. We'll start for an hour. Find a date. Rally everybody around it. Lead. We need people of influence to lead. We need the church to lead. History will judge us if we do nothing. Now I'm just going to wait to see what you do. But I don't know how long I'll wait. If you're not going to take charge, then we will. And you can get out of the way. This needs to stop now. Have a great day.